Quando vuoi.
So, okay, good morning, good evening,
good afternoon,
don't know what time it is.
Buongiorno. How do you say good afternoon?
How do we say?
How do you say good afternoon in
Buon pomeriggio.
Oh, okay.
It's home fun. Yeah, well, why just we are here for talking about Injustice, the new game about DC superheroes. Is a beat 'em up. Just why choosing this kind of game or a beat 'em up, not a like something an adventure like Batman or.
Well, our studio specializes in fighting games. We've made fighting games, for forever, and so this is what we know. We make really good fighting games, and so the choice was just to make another fighting game, just based in a different universe, and to take the knowledge that we've gained over the years and just keep expanding on it and making better and better kind of fighting games. We're a fighting game studio first.
Yeah. You got some order from DC about this kind of game, or you can...
No, we actually asked DC if we could make this kind of game. We didn't get any orders from anybody. We wanted to make a game in that in this kind of like realm, and we wanted to make just a DC only game.
Yeah, the storyline, it's an original storyline created by yourself, made something like...
We had a little bit of a collaboration with DC, so we have a story writing team within our studio that kind of came up with the concept of it, and we sent it to DC, and they approved it, and they liked it, and they wanted us to kind of keep working on it. And Injustice is its own universe, it's its own timeline, it's its own canon, it's its own everything. It doesn't take place in the Kingdom Come universe, it doesn't take place in the Infinite Crisis universe, it's its own thing. So when we wrote kind of the script of the game, we sent it to DC, and they assigned Justin Gray and Jimmy Palmiotti to kind of help with the dialogue of the characters, to make sure that we were giving Superman and the Flash the voice that comic book fans are used to hearing, and we weren't making them say stupid things that they would never say in the real kind of like DC universe in and of itself. So it was more of a collaboration between the two.
And before you mentioned a comic book that will get out together with the game. The comic book, it's written and painted from DC artists, or
no? So it's made by DC artists. Tom Taylor is the writer for it right now, and it's already out. I think they're on episode 8 or book 8 already. And basically what it is a prequel to the events of Injustice. So it tells kind of the pre-story of why all of these events are happening, and where the comic ends is where the game starts. So it's very cool. So you can read the comics and then be ready for the game.
In these years, since the 2000, there's a boom of superheroes. Before they were just a thing for nerds, or not right. I am a reader of comic books since my and in 90s when I listened. We made a movie or a game from a comic book. Oh no, my God, no, please! But now it's a great. You think this is a tendency that go for a long time, or?
Yeah, you know what I think it is that I think people of our age, of our generation, we accept it a little bit more. I think maybe a generation before us, our parents, they always looked at comic books as something for like nerds or something like that. But now we are coming of age. Now we are the consumers. Now we are in control. We hold the money. Now we have the income to spend on these kind of things that we liked. So I think that you're seeing that now, especially with some of the newer filmmakers like Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan. These are people who grew up with comic books, and they have a vision of how they want the games, they want the movies to look like. And I think that this is just a continuation of that. I think our generation, we don't see it as kind of like a nerd culture. We just see it as kind of like a modern mythology. you know, like people in the olden days used to tell stories of like Zeus and Poseidon, and you know, they would, you know, tell these big stories of these gods that did things, and you know, Superman and Batman are our kind of like Ares, are our kind of Poseidon, and these kind of things. It's a modern mythology, and luckily the storytellers that are talented are given the opportunity and the resources to tell these stories on a big stage, and we are more accepting of receiving that message as what it is, which is just a mythology of telling of a story. And Injustice kind of fits into that. We're making a game based on a comic book that has all of these different kind of characters in there, and trying to give people the opportunity to prove who would win in a fight between Superman and Batman.
Yeah. Last question, and then we go. You think Injustice is a game for fun or for video gamers?
I think Injustice is a game for everybody. Hopefully, you know, we get a lot of casual people to pick it up that always want to be Batman. You know, who doesn't want to be Batman?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be Superman? I want to be able to, you know, fly in the air, or grab someone and punch them through a building, or I want to be able to throw batarangs, or I want to be able to, you know, as Aquaman, you know, call in a shark and have him eat you in the middle of a fight. I think people are going to be really into that as well. But it's also for video gamers because Mortal Kombat was a success and people really liked it, and they saw that there was a lot of like single player content and things like that. So it's going to be kind of reach out to both worlds as well. So hopefully people really enjoy it.
Thank you very much,
All right,
Mr. And see you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the coverage. Bye-bye.